Guys, listen, 914 is about calculating earnings per share. This is to show you how it's done. This is a real simple illustrated problem that's it's kind of cut down for you from being complex to something real simple, just so you can see that there's a distinct methodology behind how we approach calculating earnings per share. This is done on a global scale. All of you should know that uh, this is done the same way worldwide. So just take a look at this real quick. We have a company that has a fiscal year that ends on January 31. And the first 9 months, they have outstanding shares. These are common stock shares now of 100,000. And what we'll do first is we're going to take those and multiply them times 9 months. So we're going to get that 900,000. And then the November 1st through January 31st is the last 3 months of the year. And in those last 3 months, guys, we had outstanding of 130 instead of 100,000. And we're multiplying that 130 by the 3 months, and we're getting a total. So here we have a total number of shares outstanding, right, for the whole year. And then in order to get a weighted average of those numbers of shares outstanding, then we would take those and we would divide them by 12 months. And you'll see they did that here. So in a separate calculation, guys, really from weighted average number of shares, and that's why I have this in red here for y'all, is that we have this net income calculation. And we take the net income and we less the preferred dividends. These are cumulative preferred dividends, guys. These are the ones that we covered in chapter 8. These any dividends that's kind of owed to the preferred stockholders, we take those out for our earnings per share calculation. Our basic earnings per share calculation is preferred dividends are taken out because they are owed, if you will, right, to those preferred stockholders. Now, once we do that, we come up with a net income that's available for common stock, and then we just divide it by this weighted average up here. And we get our earnings per share basic of 422. Now, that's how to do the basic earnings per share calculation. You'll repeat this, of course, and connect and work at this and make sure you know how to work this problem. I do want to make mention of diluted earnings per share. These are not what we're going to calculate in this course, but I want you to be aware that if there's any instrument out there that is convertible to common stock, then we assume that in order to calculate diluted earnings per share, we assume that they got converted. So if we have preferred stock with provisions that it could be convertible to common, or if we have stock options available out there that we can, call on a certain day and say 30 days from now we're going to buy stock at the price that it is today, if we have that option, or if we have stock warrants, which is in the long-term future, a long-term incentive to buy stock at a cheaper price, then we might have that option if we may be an employee for a company. But anyway, if we have all those outstanding kind of instruments, then we assume that they're all diluted, like they all get cashed in and become common stock at the end of the accounting period. And when we do that, we have another earnings per share calculation that we will publish. So that's what a fully diluted earnings per share is. So I want to make you aware of that.